to the 5th episode of Gather and Glean, where women's ministry leaders gather and glean tips to help them better serve the women in their church and in their community. Today, we're going to be talking about publicity mistakes, and I'm going to be sharing the top 3 publicity mistakes I see ministries make, many of which I'm guilty myself. We're also going to take an in-depth look at a Valentine Icebreaker game. We're going to review a great tool that will help you with your graphics and publicity. I'm going to share with you the one thing you should always do when you're publicizing an event. And then I've got a little bit of show and tell for you. Today's icebreaker game is all about Valentine's Day. Real quick, if you hop on over to the website, you'll see, hover over the icebreakers, slide down to Valentine's. We're going to scroll just a little bit, and today we're going to focus on the heart-to-heart icebreaker game. You ever made one of those connections with somebody that you meet, a heart-to-heart connection where you instantly bond over trivial stuff? Well, that's what this game is going to try and provide for your women. It's going to help bring out those connections that they have, those shared experiences, those shared likes. Perfect for a group of 8 or more. It only takes about 15 minutes to play, and you'll see where that red is. You just click on that and pops open is the free PDF. All you need to do is print this sheet off and you'll be ready to go. So you're going to give your ladies directions to connect and collect one signature per line from those in the room who can say that they have watched the movie Sleepless in Seattle, decorate their home for Valentine's Day, can recite John 3:16, traveled outside of the country for their honeymoon, and more. Quick, fun, ready-to-go icebreaker game that your ladies will absolutely love. So today I'm focusing on 3 publicity mistakes that I see teams make all the time, and I admit we've made them ourselves many, many times. So the first mistake is not putting all the crucial details on there. Missing info is so important. Think about your target woman, the one who's never been there before, who's not going to know where to go or what the routine is. So even if it's an event that you hold monthly or weekly, make sure you've got those critical when, where, who, why, what, how questions answered in your piece of publicity. The second publicity mistake is not sending out the publicity early enough. I recommend that you send your publicity out at least 3 weeks in advance for smaller events, and big events like a retreat or something, you're going to want to send those, especially depending on the cost, out months in advance. And that partners with our third publicity mistake, is not sending those pieces of publicity out often enough. You want to send them out on a regular basis. Your women are going to need to see those publicity pieces repeatedly, over and over and over again before they remember, oh yeah, we've got Operation Sandwich coming up this Friday. We all need reminders. Don't be afraid of over-publicizing an event. It's almost impossible to do that. There are lots of other publicity mistakes that we could discuss. I'm going to link to some posts that are going to help make sure you don't miss a single detail of the publicity that you're sending out for your next event. In today's question and answer session, we're going to talk about what's the best way to publicize an event. The one publicity method that I recommend you always use every single time with every single event is email. Your women are used to getting informational emails, whether it's from you, the catalogs they subscribe to, or any other organization. Make sure you give great details in the emails that you send out. Yes, make sure you also include it in the Sunday bulletin, on the website. Save the date cards at Bible study announcement. Hit all those other areas. But always, always make sure you send an email out. It's going to give your women all the information they need right at their fingertips, especially if they carry it on their phone. So they're going to be able to go back and refer to it, where a lot of the other publicity methods we use, they're not going to have instant access to, and they're not going to be able to refer to them easily. So my recommendation this week is publicity related. One of my favorite tools for creating publicity is PicMonkey. I will tell you, it used to be free. It's not anymore. There's a small monthly fee. I believe right now it's $5.99 per month if you purchase it annually. But I feel like it's totally worth it. And maybe perhaps even your women's ministry budget can cover that cost. So I'm going to take you inside my account just so you get a glimpse of how this all works. Let me take you inside. Here we go. I'm going to... All right, so I'm going to actually go inside the hub, which save things online on the Pink Monkey site up in the cloud. And you can see some of the different graphics and whatnot I've created. But what I want to show you is really cool is I can go back and edit those things that I've already created. So when I post a new question of the day on Facebook, I just go in here and I retype it. You can edit photos, you can create graphics, you can do a lot of really, really cool things. It's not at all that difficult to learn. You could create logos, you could create graphics, you could create memes for posting in your Facebook group. One of the things I did when we were in Kentucky was to create this poster for our Bouquet of Tables event. And that quilted piece is a collage, and you can make collages in PicMonkey. We sent these off to Sam's and printed them as a photo. I think they were like maybe 11 by 17, so they were bigger than a regular sheet of paper. They may even have been bigger than that. And those are the signs that we hung up. Were technically photos that we hung all over our church advertising that event. But just wanted to show you a good example of things that you can do and make in PicMonkey. Everything that I post on the Women's Ministry Toolbox Facebook page, everything I could think of was made in PicMonkey. So that is my recommendation for you if you are looking for a great resource for publicity. I want to actually share a really neat publicity idea with you. So this is something that I received at the church we've just recently started going to. And I love that it's not just a plain card, but that there's a pencil attached to it. How cool is that? So a few Sundays ago, women were standing with baskets as we exited the worship center and handed one of these to each woman who exited. I love publicity that catches your attention and gives you a tiny little gift. And the neat thing, when I went to the actual event, those same pencils are ones that they used in their decor and ones that they gave us to use as we worked on writing our stories. So think outside the box. Consider what could you pair with an announcement for your next event. I've done some really cute things with candy in the past too, like we're bursting with excitement over our Women's Ministry Fellowship that's coming up on June 8th. Or you could attach mints. You were meant to come to the Women's Ministry Retreat. You find all kinds of ideas on Pinterest for things like that, but get creative. It will catch your women's attention and it will help them remember the event that's coming up.